finishing the Four Agreements. We on the last chapter, chapter 7, the new dream, heaven on earth. I want you to forget everything you have learned in your life. I want you to forget everything you have learned in your whole life. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. The dream you are living is your creation. It is your perception of reality that you can change at any time. You have the power to create hell, and you have the power to create heaven. Why not dream a different dream? Why not use your mind, your imagination, and your emotions to dream heaven? Just use your imagination, and a tremendous thing will happen. Imagine that you have the ability to see the world with different eyes, whenever you choose. Each time you open your eyes, you see the world around you in a different way. Close your eyes now, and then open them and look outside. See? It all starts with changing your mind first. You got to change the way you think. That's why you start off. That's why it starts off with be impeccable with your word. It's the way you speak that helps change the way you think. Then, once you start doing that, what's the next one? Don't take anything personally. That helps with the way you think. Right? Then what's the third one? Don't make assumptions. Go back to helping you think and speak. See, if you make assumptions, you start to gossip, speaking things that can be untrue, starting rumors by assuming. Then assuming, you start getting insecure, negative thoughts. Change the way you think. And what's four? The fourth agreement. Always do your best. That uses all of them. So you're speaking right. You know you're trying your best. You're doing everything you can. Even if you ain't accomplished the best goal today. But you know you did everything you can. You did your best. You don't speak right. You don't think right. It's going to help you to keep doing your best. So you got to change your thought process first. Mindset. Change that first. What will you see is love coming out of the trees. Love coming out of the sky. Love coming out of the light. You will perceive love from everything around you. This is the state of bliss. You perceive love directly from everything, including yourself and other humans. Even when humans are sad or angry, behind these feelings, you can see that they are also sending love. See? That's why you don't take things personally. See what it said? Even when they sad or angry, you can still, behind that, see that they sending love. That's crazy, ain't it? So that's why you don't take stuff personally, and you don't assume things. That's why you don't do either one of those two. Using your imagination and your new eyes of perception, I want you to see yourself living a new life, a new dream, a life where you don't need to justify your existence, and you are free to be who you really are. Imagine that you have permission to be happy and to really enjoy your life. Your life is free of conflict with yourself and with others. See, start to envision it as manifestation in another sense of words. He's telling you, but he's saying use your imagination. But that's a simple way to say it. Most people want to use manifest. Same difference. It's all the same. Imagine living your life without fear of expressing your dreams. You know what you want. You know what you want, what you don't want, and when you want it. You are free to change your life the way you really want to. You are not afraid to ask for what you need, to say yes or no to anything or anyone. Imagine living your life without the fear of being judged by others. You no longer rule your behavior according to what others may think about you. So you no longer rule your behavior by what others may think about you. You are no longer responsible for anyone's opinion. You have no need to control anyone, and no one controls you either. See, that's when you're moving free. You don't care what they think. You living your life. You at peace. You with who you want to be with. You doing what you want to do when you want to do it, and that could be anything. See, some people think you don't gotta have the cars and all that. Some people don't even want to live that type of life. You don't even gotta be tough fighting. Some people don't want to live that life. Some people do. So you can do whatever. You can try to do whatever you want to be in a positive way. Don't do no negative stuff like go around mess with people and fucking with people and fucking up people and punching people and dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's negative. But be free to love who you want to love, go to where you want to go, work where you want to work, learn what you want to learn. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. You just gotta free your mind from all that old bullshit that you got, that old dream, the planet's dream, society's dream that they told you what you're supposed to be like and all that. Live your dream. Form this world into your dream. That's what he's been telling you. See it how you see it. Dress the way you want to dress. Look the way you want to look. The hairstyle you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Live your dream. Do it the right way. Now, don't do no sick, crazy shit if your dream that. But you know what I mean. Not none of them crazy motherfuckers doing like sick, wild shit. Imagine living your life without judging others. You can easily forgive others and let go of any judgments that you have. You don't have the need to be right. You don't have the need to make anyone else wrong. You respect yourself and everyone else, and they respect you in return. Imagine living without the fear of loving and not being loved. You are no longer afraid to be rejected, and you don't have the need to be accepted. You can say, I love you, with no shame or justification. You can walk in the world with your heart completely open and not be afraid to be hurt. See, that's where you want to be at in life. It's a little harder. You're not hurt. You don't care. You don't care. Somebody, you say you love them, they're like, I don't really love you. You don't even care. Because you love them. You just tell them the truth. Shit, I love you. Shit. They sound like, hey, fine, move on. Because you don't care about them loving you back. Because you're just telling the truth. And what they say, the truth is one of your main tools in this whole thing. Tool, your awareness to know what's going on, to be aware to, you know what I'm saying? You got to know what's going on. And that's what's going to help you do this. Don't be senselessly and foolishly doing stuff, man, that is saying here. You know, do what it say the right way, not foolishly think. Use your mind. That's what they telling you, how to use your mind, how to think, learn. Don't just, oh, I said it. You're going to fuck your own self up. Then your dream going to be hell like you talking about. You're going to make your dream hell because you just do it the right way. 11. Imagine living your life without being afraid to take a risk and to explore life. You are not afraid to lose anything. You are not afraid to be alive in the world. And you are not afraid to die. Imagine that you love yourself just the way you are. You love your body just the way it is. And you love your emotions just the way they are. You know that you are perfect just as you are. The reason I ask you to imagine these things is because they are all entirely possible. You can live in the state of grace, the state of bliss, the dream of heaven. But in order to experience this dream, you must first understand what it is. See, now you're about to, so you got to understand, use your mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go. Figure out what your dream is, see it, do it the right way. Only love has the ability to put you in that state of bliss. Being in bliss is like being in love. Being in love is like being in bliss. You are floating in the clouds. You are perceiving love wherever you go. It is entirely possible to live this way all the time. It is possible because others have done it, and they are no different from you. They live in bliss because they have changed their agreements and are dreaming a different dream. See, you gotta change your agreements. Break all them old agreements, all them old fears. A lot of them agreements is just a lot of fears and assumptions and gossip and rumors that you heard and internalized and forced yourself to believe is true because you was too scared to find the real truth or ask the questions or see it for yourself or anything like that. You know what I mean? Once you feel what it means to live in a state of bliss, you will love it. You will know that heaven on earth is truth. That heaven truly exists. Let me say that again. Once you feel what it means to live in a state of bliss, you will love it. You will know that heaven on earth is truth. That heaven truly exists. Once you know that heaven exists, once you know it is possible to stay there, it's up to you to make the effort to do it. 2,000 years ago, Jesus told us about the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of love, but hardly anyone was ready to hear this. They said, "What are you talking about? My heart is empty. I don't feel the love that you are talking about. I don't feel the peace that you have." You don't have to do this. Just imagine that his message of love is possible, and you will find that it is yours. See, even if you're religious, you got to change your mind and think right. Even in the Bible, it's telling you that is what he's saying. Change your mind, think right, think positive. You know what I'm saying? The way you change the way you speak. You're gonna change the way you think. You're gonna change the way you think. You're gonna change the way. You're gonna change the emotions you have. Once you change the emotions you have, they're gonna turn to positive emotions that turn to a magnet that's gonna attract everything you want in life. The world is very beautiful and very wonderful. Life can be very easy when love is your way of life. You can be loving all the time. This is your choice. You may not have a reason to love, but you can love because to love makes you so happy. Love in action only produces happiness. Love will give you inner peace. It will change your perception of everything. Love is love, and don't get it twisted. You can love, still love, and say no, man. So don't let somebody take advantage of you because you love them, thinking you can't say no to somebody. You can see everything with the eyes of love. You can be aware that there is love all around you. When you live this way, there is no longer a fog in your mind. The Myote has gone on a permanent vacation. This is what humans have been seeking for centuries. For thousands of years, we have been searching for happiness. Happiness is the lost paradise. Humans have worked so hard to reach this point, and this is part of the evolution of the mind. This is the future of humanity. This way of life is possible, and it's in your hands. Moses called it the promised land. Buddha called it nirvana. Jesus called it heaven, and the Toltecs called it a new dream. Unfortunately, your identity is mixed with the dream of the planet. All of your beliefs and agreements are there in the fog. You feel the presence of the parasite and believe it is you. This makes it difficult to let go, to release the parasite, and create the space to experience love. You are attached to the judge, attached to the victim. Suffering makes you feel safe because you know it so well. Damn, that was deep right there, wasn't it? Damn. You like being in that place of suffering because you feel comfortable, because you know it. That's why you ain't trying to experience the love, the failures, the successes, the heartbreak, and get over it, because that's what you got to go through life. That's your experience, man. You got to go through it. You can't fear that. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Some of this shit is definitely going to hurt. But you got to go through it. Because you don't want to be in a place of suffering just because you feel safe suffering. That sounds crazy. Wild as fuck, don't it? Sheesh. But there is really no reason to suffer. The only reason to suffer is because you choose to suffer. If you look at your life, you will find many excuses to suffer. But a good reason to suffer, you will not find. The same is true for happiness. The only reason you are happy is because you choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice, and so is suffering. Maybe we cannot escape from the destiny of the human, but we have a choice to suffer our destiny or to enjoy our destiny, to suffer or to love and be happy, to live in hell or to live in heaven. My choice is to live in heaven. What is yours? Okay. That was the last chapter. But nothing's wrong with a good prayer. So this is the prayer. About 15 minutes, do the prayer. So this is the prayer. Please take a moment to close your eyes, open your heart, and feel all the love that comes from your heart. I want you to join with my words in your mind and in your heart to feel a very strong connection of love. Together, we are going to do a very special prayer to experience a communion with our Creator. Focus your attention on your lungs as if only your lungs exist. And feel the pleasure when your lungs expand to fulfill the biggest need of the human body, to breathe. Take a deep breath and feel the air as it fills your lungs. Feel how the air is nothing but love. Notice the connection between the air and the lungs, a connection of love. Expand your lungs with air until your body has the need to expel that air. And then exhale and feel the pleasure again. Because when we fulfill any need of the human body, it gives us pleasure. To breathe gives us much pleasure. Just to breathe is enough for us to always be happy, to enjoy life. Just to be alive is enough. Feel the pleasure to be alive, the pleasure of feeling love, the pleasure of the feeling of love. The prayer of freedom. Today, Creator of the universe, we ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love, that to have a communion with you means to share the same vibration, the same frequency that you are, because you are the only thing that exists in the universe. Today, help us to be like you are, to love life, to be love. Help us to love the way you love, with no conditions, no expectations, no obligations, without any judgment. Help us to love and accept ourselves without any judgment. Because when we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty and we need to be punished. Help us to love everything you create unconditionally, especially other human beings, especially those who live around us, all our relatives and people whom we try so hard to love. Because when we reject them, we reject ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, we reject you. Help us to love others just the way they are, with no conditions. Help us to accept them the way they are, without judgment. Because if we judge them, we find them guilty. We blame them, and we have the need to punish them. Today, clean our hearts of any emotional poison that we have. Free our minds from any judgment so that we can live in complete peace and complete love. Today is a very special day. Today we open our hearts to love again so that we can tell each other, I love you, without any fear, and really mean it. Today we offer ourselves to you. Come to us. Use our voices, use our eyes, use our hands, and use our hearts to share ourselves in a communion of love with everyone. Today, Creator, help us to be just like you are. Thank you for everything that we received this day, especially for the freedom to be who we really are. Amen. Prayer for love. Prayer for love. We are going to share a beautiful dream together. A dream that you will love to have all the time. In this dream, you are in the middle of a beautiful, warm, sunny day. You hear the birds, the wind, and a little river. You walk toward the river. At the edge of the river is an old man in meditation. And you see that out of his head comes a beautiful light of different colors. You try not to bother him, but he notices your presence and opens his eyes. He has the kind eyes that are full of love and a big smile. You ask him, how is he able to radiate all that beautiful light? You ask him if he can teach you to do what he is doing. He replies that many, many years ago, he asked the same question of his teacher. The old man begins to tell you a story. My teacher opened his chest and took out his heart, and he took a beautiful flame from his heart. Then he opened my chest and opened my heart, and he put that little flame inside it. He put my heart back in my chest, and as soon as my heart was inside me, I felt intense love, because the flame he put in my heart was his own love. That flame grew in my heart and became a big, big fire. Pause on everything. Pause, pause, pause. Definitely pause. A fire that doesn't burn, but purifies everything that it touches. And that fire touched each one of the cells of my body, and the cells of my body loved me back. I became one with my body, but my love grew even more. That fire touched every emotion of my mind, and all the emotions transformed into a strong and intense love. And I loved myself completely and unconditionally. But the fire kept burning, and I had the need to share my love. I decided to put a little piece of my love in every tree, and the trees loved me back, and I became one with the trees. But my love did not stop. It grew more. I put a piece of my love in every flower, in the grass, in the earth, and they loved me back, and it became one. And my love grew more and more to love every animal in the world. They responded to my love, and they loved me back. Then we became one. But my love kept growing and growing. I put a piece of my love in every crystal, in every stone in the ground, in the dirt, in the metals, and they loved me back. And I became one with the earth. And then I decided to put my love in the water, in the oceans, in the rivers, in the rain, in the snow, and they loved me back. And we became one. And still my love grew more and more. I decided to give my love to the air, to the wind. I felt a strong communion with the earth, with the wind, with the oceans, with nature, and my love grew and grew. I turned my head to the sky, to the sun, to the stars, and put a little piece of my love in every star, in the moon, and the sun, and they loved me back. And I became one with the moon, and the sun, and the stars. My love kept growing and growing, and I put a little piece of my love in every human, and I became one with the whole of humanity. Wherever I go, whomever I meet, I see myself in their eyes, because I am a part of everything, because I love. And then the old man opens his own chest, takes out his heart with that beautiful flame inside, and he puts that flame in your heart. And now that love is growing inside of you. Now you are one with the wind, with the water, with the stars, with all of nature, with all of animals, and with all humans. You feel the heat and the light emanating from the flame in your heart. Out of your head shines a beautiful light of different colors. You are radiant with the glow of love, and you pray. Thank you, Creator of the universe, for the gift of life you have given me. Thank you for giving me everything that I have ever truly needed. Thank you for the opportunity to experience this beautiful body and this wonderful mind. Thank you for living inside me with all your love, with your pure and boundless spirit, with your warm and radiant light. Thank you for using my words, for using my eyes, for using my heart to share your love wherever I go. I love you just the way you are. And because I am your creation, I love myself just the way I am. Help me to keep the love and the peace in my heart, and to make that love a new way of life, and that I may live and love the rest of my life. Amen. Well, that was everything, y'all. 4 agreements. Subscribe, comment, do whatever. Rock with your boy. I got another book I'm gonna read. I'm gonna do one. The next book I'm doing, something for, more so probably for like women. I'm gonna do The Art of Seduction. It's for women and men. Certified lover boys. Niggas like that. And girls. You know, I wanna get the guys they want. All that stuff like that. I'm gonna do The Art of Seduction. Or the Laws of Human Nature. Or Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I don't know. I'm gonna put like some entertainment books too for y'all. Like the BMF book. Go through that story. They tell, they got the wiretaps and all that on there. Probably some other books. Send me some recommendations. Send me good stuff. I ain't doing just any old thing. You know what I'm saying? Get at me, man.